HarperCollins presents The First Kid in Space by Tom Mitchell, read by Andrew Futaishi. Part 1. Selected extracts from Franklin Wilson's Year 7 School Report, Summer Term 2024. Art, Ms. Heyer, B2. Franklin shows some skill in the subject, but should work at controlling his pencil technique. Thankfully, we were able to catch the kiln fire in time, and the school's insurance will cover the damage to the art rooms. Chemistry, Mrs. Johnson, C2. I enjoy teaching Franklin, despite chemistry not being a subject he finds easy, unless it involves creating explosions. Accidentally, he assures me. DT, Mr. Bridgman, on behalf of Mr. Tweedy, C3. Mr. Tweedy is doing well and recovering from the accident. I'm sure we've all learnt from what happened, in particular, paying attention to instructions and ensuring focus when electric saws are involved. PE, Mrs. Whitson, D2. There comes a time in every PE teacher's career when they must realize that not all students are athletically able. I thank Franklin for reminding me of this weekly. The first day. Franklin's summer holidays began with the following words. "Get up, you lazy melon, there's shopping to be done." Spoken by his mother, the instruction came with a great sweeping open of his faded hay-duggy bedroom curtains. What Franklin's mum didn't know was that he was already up, woken an hour earlier by the twin evils of the flushing toilet, his bedroom was next to the house's tiny bathroom, and dawn sunlight passing through the paper-thin curtains with the ease of machine-gun bullets through cobwebs. Unusually, Franklin's mum's desire to shop had a specific target. There was to be no meandering through charity shops today, at least not before getting to Poundwrecker's early doors, because it was vital to beat the crowds on the launch day of their "So Mad We Should Speak to a Therapist 50% Off All Toiletries" sale. You might wonder why Franklin's mum needed to take him. He was 12, old enough, Siri said, to be left at home. According to Mum, however, he couldn't be trusted, and as you'll find out, she was so very correct. "Imagine," said Mum on the bus, "we could stock up and not have to worry about shower gel or toothpaste for the rest of the year. What a life!" Franklin couldn't imagine his mum worrying about shower gel. In fact, he couldn't imagine her worrying about much at all. She lived through each day like a butterfly, fluttering gracefully from problem to problem, never staying too long. Did butterflies worry? Franklin wasn't sure, but they were elegant and beautiful, like her. The two of them got off the bus, and Franklin tripped over his laces, constantly undone, one of the universe's great mysteries, and would have fallen directly onto his face or the pavement if there hadn't been a postbox within grabbing distance. "Can I get some Premier, Mum?" he asked. Premier was the world's premier energy drink, one bottle guaranteed, not in the legal sense, to compensate for up to 4 hours lost sleep. It was the invention, although she used the word discovery, of Franklin's/everybody's favourite YouTuber, Sparkle Bunny. Now, if you haven't heard of Sparkle Bunny, don't be fooled by the name. According to not only Franklin but everybody else, Sparkle Bunny was one of the most talented and informed YouTubers out there. You only needed to look at the size of her house to know this truth. She chatted about games mostly, but also life hacks. Franklin wasn't so sure about the life hacks, but never dared admit this. Like, she once said that washing your toothbrush in Premier would help fight tooth decay, and as much as he wanted that to be true, he knew it couldn't be. The rule of food and drink was that the nicer it tasted, the worse it was for your health. Know this, in the last 6 weeks, approximately 85% of Franklin's daydreaming had been connected to Premier in some way. Mum walked half a stride ahead, making directly for the local mall's gaping entrance. The building occupied the high street like a huge, crashed spaceship. There'd once been a church here. "No," she said over her shoulder, "it's a con by an American grifter." "Please," said Franklin, who hadn't heard the word grifter before. "The
Sample complete. Ready to continue?